Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all the ships at sea. Welcome to today's Saturday, May 31st, 2025, Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School softball as the Timberwolves attempt to start their run for back-to-back state championships. The Timberwolves are hosting Mansfield High Hornets in an MIAA Division II round of 32 opener at the South Walpole Community Athletics Fields Complex. My name is Rick Brown, your voice of Walpole High Sports. I'll be handling the play-by-play action while Nick Piccarelli will be doing the filming. Coach Rachel Sprague's team comes in as the fourth seed in D2, champions of both the Bay State Conference and the Herget Division. 12-1 in the BSC play and 14-4 overall. Walpole has won 7 of 9 home games and has outscored their opponents 133-36. Colby College-bound pitcher Charlotte Stasinski will be on the mound, looking to extend her state record of 5 straight playoff shutouts. Last season, as you know, en route to winning the state title, Charlotte threw 5 consecutive shutouts, including back-to-back 1-0 gems in the semifinals and finals. Today's 6 seniors, co-captains Briella Clinton, Charlotte Stasinski, Nora Broderick, and Carolyn Duran, along with Sydney Bissonnet and Carolyn Daly, have won 69 of 79 games for an 87% winning streak that included a school record 22 consecutive victories from 2023 to 2024. Batting-wise, first baseman Briella Clinton has been on fire with 21 hits and 46 at-bats for a .457 average, with 5 doubles, a triple, a home run, 14 runs batted in, and as many scored. Second baseman Grace Todd isn't far behind with a .386 batting average with 22 hits and 57 trips, 4 doubles, a triple, a homer, 12 RBIs, and 15 runs scored. Left fielder Carolyn Daly is next at .360 with 23 hits and 63 at-bats, 6 two-baggers, a triple and a round tripper with 18 RBIs and 19 runs scored. Freshman Adriana Torres in mostly a pinch hitting role, although she is batting leadoff as the designated player today, has 9 hits and 26 trips for a .346 mark, knocking in 4 and scoring 8 times herself. Walpole rebounded from a late season 5-3 upset loss to King Philip Regional that snapped an 8-game winning streak by prevailing in their last 2 regular season games, 11-1 against Natick and 10-0 against Needham. The Orange and Blue has a 7-2 home record. I think I already mentioned that. Yes, I did. Let's see. 29th seed Mansfield advanced by eliminating 36th seed Dartmouth 5-2 in a play-in contest. The Hornets finished 6th in the Kelly Rex division of the Hockomock League at 5-10, 6-14 overall. The Green and White has won just 2 of 10 road games and is being outscored 148-79. After dropping their 2 openers to Norton and King Philip, Mansfield bested Oliver Ames 10-5, but then lost 3 more to Attleboro, Stoughton, and East Bridgewater. A 9-0 blanking of Sharon came before setbacks to North Attleboro, East Bridgewater again, Milford, Foxborough, Taunton, Franklin, and Stoughton again. Mansfield sandwiched victories against North Attleboro 3-1 and Canton 6-5 around another Foxborough loss. After falling to Bridgewater Raynham, Mansfield closed out the regular season with a 5-2 decision over OA. Despite scrimmaging in the preseason, going back to 2015, the Hornets and Timberwolves have met just once, a 17-2 MIAA tournament Walpole rout in 2022. For Walpole, after starting the campaign by rolling past Braintree 11-0, and following that up with a 15-5 rout of Framingham, the T-Wolves ran into a few bumps in the road, losing to Lincoln Sudbury Regional, Needham, and Dighton Rehoboth Regional around a 12-1 romp over Weymouth. The Orange and Blue rebounded with impressive victories against Franklin, 4-0, Oliver Ames 2-1, Wellesley 7-0, Brookline 16-0, Newton North 6-2, Weymouth 2-0, Braintree 20-4, and Milton 11-3 before the KP setback. Your starting lineup today for the Mansfield Hornets. Batting first, the shortstop, Ashley Cromer. Batting second, the center fielder, Ava Scotty. Catcher, Julia Manitovic. Will be batting third, followed by second baseman Mary Donovan in the cleanup position. Allison Coppy, the left fielder, will be batting fifth, followed by third baseman Riley Zukowski. First baseman Avery Lake is batting seventh. Pitcher Danny Jameson, who had 10 strikeouts in the victory over Dartmouth, is batting eighth. And in the ninth spot is the right fielder Emily Peterson. For your Timberwolves, leading off, like I said earlier, the designated player Adriana Torres. Catcher Abby Riley is second. Third, left fielder Carolyn Daly is in the third spot, with first baseman Briella Clinton batting cleanup. Second baseman Grace Todd will be batting fifth. Pitcher Charlotte Stasinski is in the sixth spot. Carolyn Duran at center field will be batting seventh. Shortstop Sienna Cruiser eighth, and right fielder Sydney Bissonnet ninth. Nora Broderick, the third baseman, will not be batting. And Walpole out on the field getting ready for first inning action here in this round of 32. It's been a long layoff for the Timberwolves. It's been over a week since they've had a game. So we'll see if there's any rustiness showing here. Okay, leading off for Mansfield, the shortstop, Ashley Kronemer. Stasinski looks in, gets the sign, goes into her windup. The first pitch of the game is high for a ball. The 1-0 delivery, high again, 2-0. The 2-0 delivery. Ball three up high. Charlotte a little high in the early going here. We'll see if Kromer gets the green light. She doesn't. She draws a 4-pitch walk. The ground, Munt throws over to Todd covering first, and it moves the runner into scoring position. 1-4 if you're scoring at home on that. Stasinski fielded the ball and gunned it over to Grace Todd covering first. And that was by Ava Scotty. Brings up the catcher Julia Monakovic. First pitch to her is a ball. Grounded foul at the plate. 1-1 the count. Stasinski getting a dry ball here with we had a shower, fairly heavy shower, about a half an hour before game time, so the grass is wet. But the infield looks pretty dry, all things considered. All right, the 1-1 pitch to Monakovic. It's a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Stasinski into the windup and the pitch. Line. Great catch at right field. Nice play, running play by Sydney Bissonnet. A sinking line drive that she came in and took at hip level for the out. And it brings up the cleanup hitter, second baseman Mary Donovan. 2 outs, runner on second for Mansfield. Strike called. The 1-strike pitch is a ball, 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. The 1-2 delivery on its way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Charlotte gets out of a mini jam here in the first inning. All right. Torres steps up to the plate for Walpole. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Strike pitch, takes something off, and it's a strike 2 called. You could see that had a lot of movement on it coming in at the plate. The 0-2 delivery on the ground, ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Jamison picks up her first strikeout. And it brings up catcher Abby Riley, batting from the left side of the plate. First pitch shows bunt, takes the ball. Now she moves over to the right side of the plate. Switch hitter Riley pops it up down the to right field, left field, and put away for the out. An easy play for Allison Coppy. And it brings up the left fielder, Carolyn Daly. First pitch to Daly, up high a ball. Swing and a miss, strike 1, 1-1. There's a ball outside. 2 balls and a strike. Grounded down. It's a shot. Long throw. Takes her off the bag. They got her by a step. For Walpole, 3 up, 3 down in the first. At the end of an inning of play, we are scoreless. Oh, wait a minute now. They say, my bad. They ruled her safe there. I missed that. All right, it brings up Briella Clinton, the first baseman. I guess they discussed that, and the home plate umpire overruled the pitcher in a pop on the first pitch for the out, and the side is retired now. Well, Walpole, no runs. They had a hit. There were no errors, and 1 left on base at the end of 1 inning. It's scoreless. Clouds in the sky today. It's just thick overcast. Although to our left over right field, they're moving fairly fast across the sky. All right, the first pitch on its way is a strike to Copy. Swung on and missed 0-2. Ground ball to first. Briella grabs it, easily steps on the bag, and there's one out. Brings up the third baseman, Riley Zukowski. Clinton playing that ball perfectly. If it was balls right to her, she didn't have to move an inch. All right, Zukowski batting from the left side of the plate. Takes a strike. Ball 1-1. Foul ball behind the plate. Ball and 2 strikes. Stasinski looks in, she gets the sign. Here's her pitch. Bunt, it's a beauty. Safe, she beats it out. Infield hit. Nice play, gun there by Nora Broderick. Tried, but just couldn't get it there in time. Oh, wait a minute, now they may have called her out. The coach going over to talk to the umpire. And they're going to ask the home plate umpire what he thinks. So there are 2 close plays so far, just an inning and a half. Walpole got the nod in the first inning. Let's see if Mansfield gets this one overturned. And they are going to say she's out. So a nice throw by Broderick. Races the runner. So with 2 outs, brings up the first baseman, Avery Lake. Little pop-up right to foul territory to Clinton. 3 up, 3 down. There's a ball. As we noted at the pregame story, Todd Grace is the second leading batter on the team. She takes a strike there at 386. A 1-1 pitch from Jamison. Lined into center field, gets by her. Going for second is, and standing up with a double is Grace Todd. A 2-bagger to open the top of the second for Walpole. For Grace, that's her 5th double of the year. And it brings up Stasinski. Charlotte with a chance to help herself. She's got a runner in scoring position. Line drive to left field. That's going to be over everyone's head. That'll bring in the run. Charlotte round in second. Going for third. She's going to take them all. Round in third. Heading home. And she's going to go in standing up. A 2-run homer for Charlotte Stasinski to center field. And Walpole jumps out to a 2-0 lead here in the second inning. I think it's her second home run of the year. She came in batting 277, and I'm pretty sure that's her second round tripper of the season. And a huge time for it to happen. All right, it brings up center fielder Carolyn Duran. So 2 batters up, 2 extra base hits for the Timberwolves, and a 2-0 lead. Ball 1 to Duran. Ball 2. Ball 3. We'll see if Duran gets the green light here from Coach Sprague. It's in the dirt. Ball 4, 4-pitch walk. The first allowed by Danny Jamieson. Brings up shortstop C and a cruiser. Timeout as the Mansfield coach wants to talk to her pitcher. I think they're discussing how to keep the balls fairly dry for the pitchers. All right, we're all set. Sienna steps back into the batter's box. Jamieson toes the rubber. And her pitch on the way. Bunt, foul back. Bunt, a beauty. Gonna go to first. They've got it. So that will go 1-4. Sack bunt. Gets another runner in scoring position for Walpole. And brings up the number 9 hitter, right fielder Sidney Bissonnet, who had a nice running grab last inning. Fouled off, strike 1. I'm sorry, that was in the first inning when she made that running catch. Okay, a 1-strike pitch to Bissonnet. Swung on and missed. It fooled her on that one. She was way ahead of that. 0-2 the count. Ball outside. 1-2. Jamieson looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Foul down the third baseline. Count remains 1-2. Once again, the 1-2 pitch fouled again down the third baseline. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. to the Walpole right fielder. The 1-2 pitch. Ball. 2-2. 2-2, 1 out. Runner on second, 2 in on here in the bottom of the second for your Timberwolves. Jameson's 2-2 delivery. Flied up to left field. Put away for the out. 2 down now. And it brings up the top of the order. Designated player, Adriana Torres. Ball outside. Ball 2, high and away. The 2-0 pitch to Torres on its way. Fly ball to center field. That's going out deep. Over her head. Another extra base hit. Torres rounding second, going for third. And she will go in standing up. Walpole's third extra base hit of the game here. And it brings Carolyn Duran to the plate, so that makes it 3-0 for your Timberwolves. And it brings up catcher Abby Riley. Up high a ball, throw down a third. Torres dives back in. Strike at the knees, 1-1. Ball in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike. Ball 3 down low. Jameson looks in for the sign and the pitch. Ball 4. Runners at the corners for Walpole. The second walk allowed by Jameson. She has 1 strikeout. And it brings up the left fielder, Carolyn Daly, the 8th batter, to come to the plate this inning for Walpole. Carolyn reached on an infield hit. She legged out an infield hit. So Riley goes down to second on that throw down to third. So 2 runners in scoring position now. Ball up high. One and one the count. Ball, 2 balls and a strike. A little blooper behind the first base benches. Evens the count at 22. 2-2 pitch. Up high, 3-2. Full count now to the Walpole left fielder. Payoff pitch on its way. Grounded to shot. Over to first. He got her. But Walpole comes up with 3 runs on 3 hits. There were 2 walks and 2 left on base. Pops it up foul behind the plate. Strike 1. Jamison looking to help her own cause like Charlotte Stasinski did the last inning. Ball down low, 1-1. Ground ball. Stasinski tags her for the out. Heads up play by Charlotte as she had the little nubber down the first baseline. She was able to get it and had the presence of mind to tag the runner as she was going by for the first out. Brings up the right fielder, Emily Peterson. Pitch high and away, ball 1. Ball 2. The 2-0 delivery from Stasinski is high, 3-0. The 3-0 pitch from Charlotte is a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike. Foul back, full count. The payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. The second walk allowed by Stasinski, and it brings up the top of the order. Ashley Kromek, who had the other walk to open the game for the Hornets. Swung and a miss. A 1-strike pitch up high, 1-1. Foul back. Stasinski goes ahead on the count, 1-2. One-two pitch, grounded foul at the plate. Count remains 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up to the infield. Oh, dropped in foul territory. Now, if Cromack reaches from this point on, that will go as an error. If she doesn't reach, it's not an error. It's one of the weird rules in baseball, but if she does reach, it becomes an error on Riley. The 1-2 pitch from Stasinski shows bunt up high. They've got a caught in a rundown, throw down a second, safe. Mansfield gets their runner in scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Fouled straight back. Count remains 2-2. The 8th pitch of this at-bat by Cromack. Fouled back again. Once again, the 2-2 pitch to Cromack. Grounded right back to Stasinski. She goes over to first for the second out of the inning. And it brings up the center fielder, Ava Scotty. Peterson moves over to third on the play. We'll see what Scotty does here. She bunted back to the mound to advance Cromack in the last inning. Okay. Stasinski looks in for the sign. Here's the pitch. Up high, a ball. One 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-1. One pitch, Steve right 2 called. Charlotte ahead on the count, 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and once again, Stasinski gets a big strikeout to end a potential rally for Mansfield. So Stasinski has just 2 strikeouts, but both of them have come as the third out of the inning, with Mansfield having runners in scoring position. All right, Briella popped to first her first time up. We'll see what she can do this time. She's the leading batter on the team. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Fly ball to left and put away for the out. 1 down. Brings up Grace Todd. She started the rally last inning with a base hit to double, a 2-base hit to center field. She scored Walpole's first run. Strike called. Ball 1-1. Line drive. That's in. Another base hit. Splits the runners. This could be all four. Todd motoring around. She's got second, going to third. And she's held up at third. A 3-base hit for Grace Todd, her second extra base hit of the game. So Grace is a double and a triple now in her 2 at-bats. Brings up pitcher Charlotte Stasinski, who roped a home run to center field her first trip. Battery mates out there talking about probably how to pitch to Stasinski and what to do if the ball is hit to the infield. Jamison looks in for the pitch. Up high, a ball. Strike call, 1-1. Little looper to center field. That could drop. And it does. Oh no, nice play by the center fielder, sliding in to make that catch, Ava Scotty. 2 down now. And it did plate Todd, so Walpole's lead goes to 4-0. Stasinski with her 3rd RBI of the game. And it brings up Carolyn Duran, who takes a ball. It's up high, ball 2. 2-0 pitch, in down low, ball 3. Duran walked and scored her first time up, and takes ball 4. Her second freebie. The 3rd allowed by Jamison. Brings up shortstop Sienna Cruiser. She fouls it down the 3rd baseline. Strike 1. One strike pitch, grounded into center field, a base hit. Put runners on first and second for Walpole with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Brings up the right fielder, Sydney Bissonnet. Looks like Charlotte Barnett might be coming into pinch run. She is. She's going to go into pinch run for Cruiser. Cruiser had lower body injury early on in the season, so they're not taking any chances with her. Line drive down the left field line. Pitch on its way to Bissonnet. That's a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Runners on first and second for Walpole. Pops it up to the third baseman for the out. And the side is retired. But Walpole comes up with 1 more run on 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left on base. And Danny Jamieson has thrown 59 pitches, 34 for strikes. She has 3 walks and a strikeout. For Mansfield in the 4th, it'll be catcher Julie Marnakovic, second baseman Mary Donovan, left fielder Allison Coppy. Marnakovic lined out to right field, a nice running catch by Sydney Bissonnet out there. She takes a strike. Ground ball back to Stasinski, underhands to Briella. 1 down. That's 4 balls that have come back to Stasinski for assists on the play. Brings up the second baseman, Mary Donovan. She struck out swinging to end the first inning. Takes a ball. Fly ball to right. Bissonnet circles around, puts it down for the out. 2 down. And it brings up a left fielder, Allison Coppy. She grounded out to Briella Clinton at first base unassisted. 2 outs for Mansfield in the top of the 4th. Ground ball once again back to Stasinski, underhands to Briella. Side is retired. 5-pitch inning for Stasinski. For Walpole in the bottom of the 4th inning, it will be the top of the order, Adriana Torres. Adriana tripled her last time up. Against the Walpole bullpit dugout. She takes a ball, 1-1. Pitch, grounded to short, up with it over to first, bounces it over, but in time still. 1 down. And it brings up catcher Abby Riley. Riley 0 for 1 officially. She walked her last time up. Strike called to Riley. Foul down the third baseline. 0-2 to Abby. Two-strike pitch from Jameson on its way. Up high, a ball, 1-2. Ground ball coming right down the left field line here, evening the count at 22. Swung on and missed, strike three. The second strikeout by Jameson. And it brings up left fielder Carolyn Daly. Strike called. Little looper to the second baseman for the easy out. And the side is retired. Walpole 3 up, 3 down. We've played 4 complete. Your Timberwolves on top, 4-0. Sikowski grounded to Nora Broderick at third for first trip. A very, very close play. She takes a strike. Ball 1-1. One pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. Foul back. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 delivery from Stasinski on its way. Up high, ball, 2-2. Strike 3 called. She attempted a bunt and missed it, so it goes down as a strikeout. Charlotte's third of the game. With 1 out, it brings up the first baseman, Avery Lake. She popped to first her first time up. Strike 1 called. Grounded to Clinton, foul. 0-2. Charlotte quickly ahead on the count here. Strike 3 called at the knees. Back-to-back strikeouts for Charlotte. The first time this game she's done that. And it brings up the pitcher, Danny Jameson. Jameson grounded right back to Stasinski in the first inning. A little nubber down the first baseline, and Charlotte tagged her out herself. Strike 1, swinging and missing on the first pitch. Ball, 1-1. Up high, 2 balls and a strike. Up high, 3 balls and a strike. The 3-1 pitch. Strike at the knees. Full count. Charlotte's payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. So Charlotte strikes out the inning in the 5th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Strike called. Ball 1-1. Ball 2. 2-1 the count to Todd. Ground ball, base hit into right field, left field. So Grace has 3 for 3. Has hit safely to all 3 fields, and now she goes down to second with a little bit of catcher's indifference there. And it brings up the left field pitcher, Charlotte Stasinski. Charlotte is 1 for 1, a home run, and also hit a sacrifice sacrifice fly to center her other time. So she's got 3 RBIs. Runner in scoring position for the Timberwolves. Ball outside. There's a ball in the dirt, 2-0. Ball outside, 3-0. Ground ball, foul ball. 3-1 count on Stasinski. Pitch from Jamison is a ball. Ball 4. Charlotte draws a walk. The 4th off of Jamison. First and second runners for Walpole with 1 out. Carolyn Duran comes to the plate. She's walked twice and scored a run. Timeout called as Mansfield coach wants to talk to his players. Pitch is a strike called. down the third base line. Nice dancing act there by Coach Sprague to get out of the way of it. One strike pitch to Duran on its way. Up high a ball. 1-1. Is ball 2. Line drive, scooped up, backhanded throw. Got her, heads up play. Good play by the shortstop. 6-5 if you're scoring on that. Runners still on first and second, and it brings up shortstop Sienna Cruiser. Sienna singled to center her last time up. Takes a ball. Ball. AC. 2-0 the count. Ball 3. Strike called. 3-1 the count. Ground ball to third, booted. And everyone will be safe. That loads them up for Walpole and brings up right fielder Sydney Bissonnet. Sydney 0 for 2 with a chance to break this one open. Strike called. Fly ball to center field. She's under it and puts it away for the out. Walpole had no runs. They had one hit. Peterson drew a walk her first time up. One of 2 freebies allowed by Charlotte Stasinski. It's a ball. Strike 1-1. Swung on and missed the ball on 2 strikes. Timeout called there by the umpire as Stasinski was in her motion. Charlotte's 1-2 pitch swung on and missed, strike 3. That's 4 Ks in a row for Walpole's pitcher brings up the top of the order, Ashley Cromack. Line drive, knocked down, and she will beat it out. That will be the first hit of the game for Mansfield. Strike called. Just a bunt. Base hit. Two runners on for Mansfield here. First and second, one out. And it brings up the catcher, Julia Manakovic. She's lined to right and grounded back to the pitcher. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Underhand over to Broderick for the out. 1-5. Two down now. Still runners on first and second for Mansfield. Brings up Mary Donovan. A pinch runner for Mansfield. Looks like Gabriella Mazzio. Donovan flied to right and struck out swinging. Fouls it off, strike one. Fouls it off, strike two. Strike three called at the knees, a beauty. Sixth strikeout for Charlotte. Torres 0 for 3 today. I'm sorry, one for 3. A triple back in the second inning. First pitch, check swing, slow roll to shot, over to first. Got her. Brings up the catcher, Abby Riley. Abby 0 for 2 with a walk. There's a strike called. Ground ball fouled on third baseline, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch pitch to Riley on its way. Ground ball to short. Up with it. Long throw to first. She got a back-to-back ground outs to shortstop Ashley Cromack. And with 2 outs, it brings up the left fielder for Walpole, Carolyn Daly. Carolyn 1 for 3 with an infield hit back in the first inning. Ball. Ball in the dirt, 2-0. Ball 3. The 3-0 pitch. Strike called. 3 balls and a strike. Ball 4. The 5th walk allowed by Danny Jameson brings up Briella Clinton. Ball. Briella looking for her first hit of the game. Ball 2. Strike called at the knees. 2 balls and a strike. Grounded to second. Over to first for the out, and the side is retired. For Walpole, no runs, no hits. There were no errors, 1 left on base. At the end of 6 complete, the score remains Walpole 4, Mansfield nothing. Stasinski looks in, throws strike 1. Ball up high, 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 7 for Stasinski. And it brings up Jenny Lisa Sakara. She fouls it off. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Ball up high. A ball and 2 strikes. Ball 2-2. Strike 3, swinging. I checked with the first base umpire, and he called her out. And another, it looks like another pinch hitter. No, Avery Lake is batting. She's 0 for 2. The pitch is up high, a ball. Strike call, the ball and a strike. Ground ball to short. Sienna over to Briella. Side is retired. Charlotte Stasinski turns in her 6th consecutive postseason shutout. For Walpole, they had 4 runs on 7 hits. They had 1 error. I'm sorry, they played errorless ball and left 9 on base. Charlotte Stasinski goes the distance. She allows no runs, no hits, strikes out 7, 8, walks 2, threw 88 pitches, 60 for strikes. For Walpole, like we said, for Mansfield, no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left. So Walpole advances to the round of 16 with their victory here tonight. We would like to thank you for watching this Walpole Media Corporation broadcast of Walpole High School girls varsity softball action. Once again, your final score in the MIAA Division II round of 32, Walpole 4, Mansfield nothing.